Namaste, it's Renee. Welcome to Peace, Love, Abundance, my new podcast. Today for episode 1, we have intention. With anything new, we start with an intention. Whether it is learning to ride a bike with the intent to fit in as a kid and ride about the neighborhood with other kids, or learn a form of transportation to get from one place to another, or anything in between. It really doesn't matter. It's your intention for doing whatever it is you're doing or learning. In Wikipedia, intention is a mental state that represents a commitment to carrying out an action or actions in the future. Intention involves mental activities such as planning and forethought. As a yoga instructor, I often start my classes with setting an intention. Simply stated, I ask them, what brings you here today to your yoga practice? Each person has their reason or intent for being here. What is it that you seek? What is it that you wish to become or learn from this experience? You don't have to share this out loud, but do set your intention. Like a goal or a mantra, it will guide you, keep you going when things get tough, and remind you of why you are here. Then I eventually encourage them to take their intentions with them off their mat and become what they seek on and off their mats. I believe anyone can use this theory. You don't have to do yoga or become a yogi to set intentions and goals and mantras in your life to keep you motivated and on track as to what it is you seek and what you want to become. This is simple practice for anybody. But my intention for this podcast is to bring lightness to the idea that we can have peace of mind, self-love, and there's an abundance of opportunities out there for us to choose from to help us get through this thing we call life. Let's be real here. There truly is an abundance of opportunities out there for us. That is the beautiful thing about our life and our society these days, is that we do have the freedom to do what's best for us. And I truly encourage you to cultivate that abundance and become the individual that you are. And break the myth that there's only one way to get through this thing we call life and keeping up with the Joneses per se. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to have the body of a supermodel to get through this thing we call life. You can have a voice and an opinion. However, I believe in refraining from strong opinions if you can't relate to the subject or have never tried something. So this podcast, a place to be real, not perfect. We might disagree on subjects, but that's okay. In a 1-hour yoga class, when I teach, even after almost 10 years of teaching, I find that it is hard to say everything I want to say, and doing a podcast has been calling my name for months now. A place to get real, to be free from worrying about, am I talking too much? Is my message too short? Am I reaching those who want to hear without offending someone who isn't in class to hear anything, but just here to do yoga, to just be here? It's a lot for a yoga teacher to ponder and plan for. Honestly, I've spent years trying to make everybody happy, but in my tenure, I've realized I can't make everybody happy. And if I teach a well-rounded class with an intention, a back bend, a twist, a forward fold, a balancing posture, then I've taught a well-rounded class. I have delivered as a yoga instructor. But to actually make everybody happy, to reach them with the proper music, the proper words to say, the guidance that they need, the alignment, whatever they're there for. Sometimes that's up to the individual to figure out what they're there for and make sure they get out of it what they came for. But in the end, we can't make everybody happy. I don't claim to be perfect. I curse daily. I eat corn chips like they are going out of style. I even watch TV like South Park and Broad City, if you know what those are. You know why I am fessing up to that kind of TV. And I also talk in slang and say words like so, right, and dude often. I can stick my foot in my mouth by saying something out loud I shouldn't. I used to smoke 2 packs of cigarettes per day and guzzle Mountain Dew to wet my cotton mouth from smoking too much weed and more. I haven't always been a yogi, but yoga has taught me a lot about myself and helped me break free from a lot of destructive patterns and habits. At one time, I felt guilty for becoming a yoga teacher when I didn't feel complete, or that I didn't know everything there was to know about yoga. But honestly, I've learned I don't need to know it all to share. To share peace, love, and abundance, nobody has to know it all. Don't ever expect that you have to know everything in order to share those basic ideas of peace, love, and abundance. Life is an ebb and flow, constantly changing and dynamic, never static. We should never think we know it all, but rather strive to keep learning and sharing what we know, because there is so much out there. Hence, the word abundance. Anyway, yoga has helped me with this. It is a practice for life on and off our mats. So I deliver my message to you with peace, love, and abundance in mind. To yogis and non-yogis, I will also share my knowledge of health, nutrition, Ayurveda, and from over 10 years of being a master herbalist and an esthetician as well as a yogi. Not to mention the school of hard knocks, the school of lessons learned from having 2 brothers and my mother die for uncurable diseases, going through divorce, going through even addiction. I'd love to also share some deep thoughts that loom over me/us from time to time. Thanks for joining me on this new venture. Your deep thoughts, suggestions, and feedback will be most welcome to help me come up with subjects to discuss. So please follow me and share. Share with other people, share your deep thoughts as a subject. And if you'd like to do an interview, let me know. If you have a workshop coming up, or a new book you're releasing, or, maybe you're just somebody who has some really deep thoughts you want to share. You don't have to be a yoga instructor or an author of a book to do an interview. That's the beauty of this podcast, is there are no rules. And I really want it to be an open forum in a free space where we can discuss matters of deep thought, peace, love, abundance. I do want my message to be positive. It may have some negatives to lead up to the positives. There should always be a positive message in the end that we would like to share and deliver. Anywho, I am excited for this. And for now, I will say thanks. Peace, love, abundance, and namaste, bitches.